What's going on, team? Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. What's going on, team? Test, 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 test. Perfect. Gonna give everybody another minute or so here to join. Started this really late today. I'm sorry about that, guys. Especially for my people in time zones that are ahead of me. So, it is 9:30 p.m. Welcome to, first and foremost, welcome to tonight's session, guys. For those watching the recording, I know it's gonna be more than half of you watching the recording. First and foremost, if you are one of the people watching the recording in the morning before you trade, congratulations, right? You've already won. That's the number one thing, right? Something that helped me along the way when I was learning how to trade as a beginner was watching these isolation sessions when was doing them back in the day, right? A few years ago. If I missed the session, I always watched the recording before I went to sleep, or if I went to sleep and I couldn't stay up for it, I'd wake up in the morning. I usually wake up at 5:30. If I didn't watch the session, I'll wake up at 5. I'll go over my charts first. I'll update my charts. I'll watch the recording. I'll put it side by side, see what he did, see what I did, right? See if I have the same analysis. If I don't, and I have to change something, then I do that. If everything looks picture perfect and it looks the same, then I know I'm on the right path. I know some of you guys are on the right path, so again, congratulations. If you're still a little lost and still need a little bit of time to understand everything, again, there's no problem with that. That's what we're here for. We do these isolation sessions every single week, Monday through Thursday. Usually the time is from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We do the live trading sessions in the morning from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern, and then we do the weekly market breakdowns on Sunday. The live trading sessions obviously are Monday through Friday, and then the weekly market breakdown usually on Sunday. So again, for those watching the recording, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me. Again, I don't mind answering any questions. We could do the one-on-one sessions whenever we all have time. And yeah, we'll give everybody we'll start at 9:40. We'll give everybody 2 minutes to join. We should have somebody joining us tonight too if he's still up, so let's see. It is about to be 10 p.m. man, but not gonna lie to you guys, like I'm kinda itching to play COD, so I might do that before I go to bed. And I might regret it tomorrow morning, but it's all good. Right, these markets are a little volatile, so I'm not really expecting to see anything in the morning when I wake up. Again, we're looking at ADR, looking at STP. A lot of that should be hit by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. Before we get started, let's look at Forex Factor. Alright, let's look at our news for this week. And we went over this during the weekend, but we'll see. So Tuesday, right, just like I thought, we don't really have any news today, which is good, right? However, again, with all the volume coming in the market, I am expecting tomorrow, I'm expecting Wednesday, right, to still have volume even though we don't have news. I'm expecting just regular ADR, STP to be hit. Especially for some pairs, you'll see some pairs hit ADR times 2 times 3. It was crazy day today with that news that kicked in at 12 with the inauguration. So for the rest of this week, we should really see regular market movements, right? Thursday we have the first high impact news at 8:30 in the morning. Again, I'm not really expecting anything too crazy out of the markets before the NYC open at 9:30. So could be still a pretty good day, and then Friday pretty much similar. If we wake up Friday, I'm pretty sure the markets are going to be consolidating. ADR, STP should already be hit by 4 in the morning, especially with the high impact news that we have all night. Then by the time we wake up, right, 9:45, once we start trading the NYC session, 15 minutes after NYC, we'll have the high impact news. So not really expecting anything too crazy from Thursday and Friday, but Tuesday and Wednesday, possibly Thursday, could be really good trading days for this week. So let's get started. It's gonna be a quick session because I'm not gonna go on my rants that I usually do. We're gonna go through this pretty quick since it's late, and I know you guys are gonna watch the recording. Gonna keep this under 30 minutes, so I'm really just gonna fly past this. We'll go over the daily time frame. We'll talk about what we gotta talk about if we need to talk about something. But if not, we'll go to the daily time frame. We'll look at the overall market makers pattern. Are we downtrending? Are we uptrending? Go to the 4-hour, update our 4-hour highs and 4-hour lows. If we have any continuations, we'll look at the continuations. And then the 30-minute, right? 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows, and look for any continuation, any possible entries that we could look for as well. And again, I don't trade going counter, so if a pair is overall, like for example, AU, we're in a downtrend, we're in A2, we're looking for that third push to the bottom, I'm only looking for downtrends, I'm only looking for sells. and vice versa. For pairs that we're looking at that are in an overall market makers pattern uptrend, I'm only looking for buys. So for AU, we know we're in A2. We're looking for the push back down to the bottom, right? We're looking for price to reach peak low. However, we never had a valid break of structure of our zone of consolidation, so price could reject these lows the same way it did the last 3 times, right? And I am looking for price to go back up to at least fill this 30-minute gap that we have left up here at the top of the market. So AU right now, already off the bat, I'm not in a place to look for sales. I already know that just from looking at the daily time frame, right? But let's go to the 4-hour. Right, in the 4-hour, we could still see price making lower lows and lower highs, which is perfect. But again, the fact that we're in an overall daily time frame lower low, this is where I want to start seeing price giving us higher highs and higher lows to give us the pullback from a lower low to go into a lower high. My bad, my bad, my bad. What's good, Kendall? Welcome, welcome. Join the court if you want, brother. I'm in my court. So again, so it's the fact that the daily time frame we're at a lower low, right? In the lower time frames, I'm looking for price to start giving us higher highs and higher lows to give us the pullback in the higher high, right? The best way to really explain this, and we'll do this, and again, I'm only gonna do this with AU, so I'm sorry. Again, I know you guys, it's late. I know you guys are gonna watch the recording. It's gonna be I don't want this session to be longer than 30 minutes, so you guys could have time to watch the recording. But let's draw this out real quick so you guys can see market structure. I'm only gonna do it in the downtrend, but it's the same thing in an uptrend, right? When you're looking at market structure, you have the daily time frame, right? And we'll color coordinate this how we're supposed to, right? And I'll put this out a bigger. We'll put 4, and this is gray, right? Again, gray is the daily time frame, right? You see in the daily time frame, price is making lower lows and lower highs. And right now on AU, where we're at in the daily time frame, right, in a lower low, we're here, right? So we know that right now we're trading between this high and this low, right? In the daily time frame, this is what structure looks like. Right now, what I'm looking for in the lower time frames is for price to start making higher highs and higher lows, right, to make a daily time frame higher high. So this is what I'm looking for in the lower time frame, right? And in the higher time frame, this just looks like this. I hope this is making sense to you guys, right? So just picture that, right? So in the lower time frame, this red higher high and higher low is what I want to look for in the lower time frames, the 4-hour, the 30-minute, right? So going back, we understand that right now we have a week of counter rise. Perfect. Price is starting to make that higher high and higher low push that we're looking for, right? And on the 30-minute time frame, let's delete this highlight here. Again, we know that we're still making lower low, lower high, lower low, and price is giving us, let's see, we had crazy ADR for AU today. Gave us that push to the top side with the news. We ended up on a day of rise, which is perfect, right? And we can see that AU already hit ADR for the day, for today, right? For Tuesday's trading day, market opened and already gave us 80 pips for the day on a pair that usually gives you 57 pips. Again, I told you guys this morning and I told you guys yesterday, this inauguration, this news that's coming this week, the markets are going to move like crazy, right? If you're still a beginner trader, these are days where you just want to sit back and just look at the charts. Why? Because there's really no structure here to really be going off to be, oh, I'm going to trade this, I'm going to trade that. You're going to get in a trade, right, as a beginner trader, thinking that this is where price is going to give you a double top, and then what happens? Price goes to the top side. It's doing the same thing right now. Doing the same thing. So right now, the best thing to do is take it step by step, wait for price to start moving how it usually moves, and then you start taking the trades, right? When the market is flowing, when the market is trending, right? So right now, we already know that AU for tomorrow, we're already done. It already hit ADR for the day. There's really nothing else to say. Daily time frame, lower high. Yep, exactly. So we're gonna start speeding it up, guys. I'm not gonna take so much time for today's session. So EA, we're in V2. We're in an overall market makers patterns uptrend. We're looking for that third push to the top side. EA looks like the best pair for right now that we have on our list. Reason why: we have no gaps at the bottom. We know that we're still in the zone of consolidation, right? And we know that we're just looking for price to reject lows to go to the top, right? Or we're looking for price to finally give us the break of structure at the top to give us the retest to continue, right? And right now, price is still making higher highs and higher lows. So right now, EA is looking good. In the 4-hour time frame, however, we know that we're stuck in this little zone of consolidation, right? Where we can see the past 2 weeks, price has been rejecting lows, going high, rejecting highs, going low, rejecting highs again, right? We haven't given us hasn't given us a break of structure of the lows, hasn't given us a break of structure of the highs. So right now for EA, we know that this is a pair we could just take a step back in, right? What are we looking for? We're looking for the break. Once we get the break of structure, that's when we'll start taking a trade. And right now, again, similar to AU, this pair already hit STP for the day. We already did 96 pips out of the 66 pips that is STP. And this is a pair that we know right now is not the best one to trade for tomorrow. What I do like about this, right, we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low, right? We finally got a little change of character in the 30-minute time frame with this candle. Now, is this going to be the indication to start looking for buys? No. Once we get the break of structure, and again, this break of structure is going to be very close to where the break of structure of the 4-hour time frame is, right? So not only are we going to be looking for a break of structure and a retest of the 30-minute time frame market structure, but we're also looking for the 4-hour break of structure. So if we could get the 4-hour break of structure and we could get the 30-minute break of structure at the same time, that's already a 100% trade that we could take, right? We just got to be patient. We got to wait for it, wait for the confirmations, and that's it. It's really that simple. If you wait for the market to start moving, you start taking the trades, right? So until then, we already know we could turn off EA. This is not going to be a pair that we're going to be looking for tomorrow. EU, same thing. Already gave us STP for the day. STP is 51 pips. We already did 82, 81. We did 81 pips already, right? So STP for EU is already done. Once again, let's just go from the top to the bottom so we can know what we're trading. This is a pair that we're still in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for price to start pushing to the top side. And once again, right now we're still making lower lows and lower highs. So I still have to wait for price to give us the change of character, higher high, higher low break of structure to then start taking a trade. We had 2 weeks of counter drop, right? Last week, price ended up giving us a week of rise, so this is good. We're finally starting to push to the top side. But again, we need to wait for that break of structure to happen before we could even take a trade, right? So EU, we already know, again, STP is already hit for the day, so I already know that for tomorrow we're not going to trade this, so I'll go ahead and turn it off. EURCAD already gave us ADR for the day. Again, this is a pair that does 95 pips on a day-to-day basis on average, and we already did 149, right? So this is a pair I'm not even going to waste my time updating it. Again, we know that we're in V1, we're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. We still have this gap at the bottom of the market, so before we even push to the top side, right, I really want to see price give me that pullback to give me the closure of this 30-minute gap. If we don't push first to the bottom side, right, what we'll do is I'll be looking for the break of structure the same way we tried looking for that break happening here. And then once we get this break, we know we'll get a pullback down into this area, and then this is where price will continue that push to the top side, right? So again, EURCAD, we already gave ADR for the day, so tomorrow morning I already know I don't have to trade this. Seems like a lot of these pairs already made their moves. Let's see. GA, we're in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third push to the top side. We already got the break of structure. We're looking for the retest, and we're on that retest. Right, we have 3 weeks of drop. After 3 weeks of drop, market must move sideways or push to the top side. So I am looking for price to push up this week. This is looking good. No engulfing candles in the daily, nothing in the 4, the 1 hour, no engulfing candles. In the 30-minute, let's turn on our session breaks. Right, in the 30-minute, we know we have a day of no net where price was moving sideways. Right, we know price was making lower low, lower high, lower low. Right, price gave us lower high, lower low. Right, so we know that we're trading between this lower high and this lower low down here. right? And then price pushed up today and gave us a change of character, higher high. So once again, what am I looking for after a change of character? A break of structure. So we know that we're trading between lower low, lower high, and boom, higher high. Right? And let's do the calculation for STP real quick. So 139 pips is ADR. 139 minus 33%. STP is 93 pips. And we already did 96209. They're the same. And we already did 109 for the day. So GA, we're already done. Again, in order for us to start trading this, I need to see a break of structure, retest. This is where I'll start getting in to continue that push to the top side. So GA will be waiting for that. GCAD already moved. Gave us 3 days of rise. On the third day, gave us a rise no net. Today being a 4th day variation, I was expecting price to push up to the top side, and it did exactly that. Right, not only that, this is a pair that was also trading lower low, lower high, lower low. And then price finally pushed up and gave us a change of character, higher high. Right, so a lot of these pairs are finally starting to move, guys. We're looking good. The last 2 weeks we're like, oh, okay, cool. When is price gonna start giving us the push to the top side? This is what being patient is all about. Right, now that we can see the market turning back around, this is when we'll start looking for trades. The rest of this week is gonna be pretty good. You guys better be ready. Right, GCAD, we are in level 2. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push. We're in level 2. Right, we have a month of rise. We're looking good, no engulfing candles. In the 4 hour, we had 2 weeks of drop, gave us a no net last week. Right, then this week we started to push to the top side, no engulfing candles in the 4. And in the 30-minute, let's take a look again. In the 30, nothing in the 30. Right, so right now we're good. We know that GCAD, again, we just gotta wait for that break of structure to happen. GJ already moving too. We know we got this engulfing candle. It's gonna be very interesting with GJ. We have 2 days of rise. Now let's talk about this. Right, GJ, we're in a situation where right now, who the hell knows where we're at? Right, higher time frame, we're in the highest point in the market. We're in peak high territory. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. However, when we go to the 4-hour time frame, right, we start seeing, well, okay, cool. In the 4-hour time frame, we're just stuck in this little zone of consolidation. Again, price rejecting lows, rejecting highs, lows, highs, back to the lows. Right, rejected lows and started push to the top side. But again, internal market structure, we're making lower lows, lower high, lower low. Right, and if we see, price was just making a lower high to continue to push down to the bottom to make a lower low. Right, however, once again, since we're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, and we know that we have an engulfing candle, and we know that market structure in the daily time frame is still making higher highs and higher lows, could price just come back down here, right, give us a little W, right, and then give us the entries, right? We could take entry number 1, entry number 2, and then if we get this pullback here and break in a retest, we know we could get entry number 3 to continue to push to the top side. Right, so GJ is setting up very nice. Right, once price gets down to these lows, yesterday we missed the engulfing candle by literally a micro pip. So if we could get price to come back down and give us a retest to continue, I'll be looking for an entry down here. Right, but again, we have to be patient. The fact that we have 2 days of rise today and price already for the day, again, let's do our calculation. Right, STP ADR is what? Now 197 minus 33%, that's 131. Right, so let's do this first before anything else. 131 pips is STP for the day, and we already did 137 pips. So GJ, we already know that for tomorrow we're not trading this. Again, once we wake up, we're going to be looking at price. If price reaches the bottom of this engulfing candle, we'll be keeping a very, very, very close eye on GJ. Right, so we'll see what price wants to do. And we might not have any entries for tomorrow. Markets are very, very volatile. GU, we are in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. We're looking for the break. We got the break, and now we're looking for the pullback. Right, we know that again in the daily time frame, we're making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. right? And now we're looking for this higher low to be set, right? So GU is getting ready. We had 3 months of drop. This month, I'm not expecting price to continue to push to the bottom side. However, again, market structure, what are we seeing? Lower low, lower high, lower low the entire time. 4-hour time frame, same thing. 3 weeks of drop. I'm not expecting this week to continue to push to the bottom. I'm expecting price to push to the top side, and that's exactly what price is doing, right? So again, GU is looking really, really good. We just have to be patient with our entries, wait for the right time to enter, and then attack the markets, right? Price finally is turning around. It gave us a change of character, higher high. So again, does this mean I'm looking for entries? No. I'm waiting for price to give me a break of structure. Now this one is a lot easier. Again, not only will we have a break of structure if price breaks above here, right, but we'll also a break of structure of market structure, but we'll also have a break of structure above the 800 EMA. If price could break above the 800 EMA and give me a retest on the 800 EMA and give us a retest of the break of structure, that's 100% an entry to continue that push to the top side, right? So right now for GU, also looking very, very good. I also do like that in the 30-minute time frame and the 1-hour time frame, both gave us an engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle. However, since this engulfing candle is right on a break of structure, this is where I'll be looking for price to give us a flip zone. If price closes above this engulfing candle, right, let's call this 30-minute flip zone, we know that we could take an entry on the retest of the flip zone. We have a little stop loss right below it, right, a 15 pip stop, and we know that this is a pair that moves 123 pips, right? STP is at 70. Damn, let's move that real quick, right? So STP is at 70 pips. We already know we could take 70 pips as TP on this pair, more or less. We'll keep it here. Little 1 to 4, nothing too bad, right? So we'll keep an eye on GU. So we know that we are now trading between this 30-minute high over here, right? And we're trading between this low and this higher high. Again, guys, any questions, let me know. And again, for the day, STP's already hit for GU, so we're not going to be trading this tomorrow. Damn, we don't have no fucking pairs for tomorrow. US30 also moved. Everything moved. Alright, so US30, we had a day of rise. Then today, price gave us a second day of rise, but we have a gap, resets the trend, so I'm not expecting price to continue. However, price did give us a third day push already to the top side with these highs here. So for tomorrow, I am expecting price to continue this push to the top side. We have higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave us a little change of character, lower low here. Just a little inducement of the market, nothing too crazy. Right, these are just inducements of the lows to trap the traders who think price is going to continue to push to the bottom. Alright, let's change this to red. And we know that we're trading between this low over here and these highs over here. Alright, so this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low. Alright, so US30 looks good for Wednesday. I will say that. Yeah, dude, every fucking pair moved. Hold on, bro. Let's do this real quick. USDCAD hit ADR. USD ZAR is about to hit ADR. It already hit STP. Gold already hit STP as well. Bitcoin hasn't hit STP yet, but I'm assuming it do the same thing as US30. Bitcoin would actually, we could find an entry for Bitcoin actually. Let's see something real quick. Nothing on the 4. Nothing on the daily. 1 hour, please. 1 hour, please, please, please. Damn, they're gonna make this easy for us. I don't want to go down to a lower time frame than the 1 hour. Oh, good. 30-minute doesn't have one either. I'm looking for an engulfing candles for you guys who don't know. Why is an engulfing candle important? Because again, that'll be the easiest entry on Bitcoin. Those engulfing candles are king when it comes to Bitcoin. And then for today, price gave us a slight rise, but it's very, very close. This could be a no net. We're gonna mark it as a no net because it's very close, right? And we know that Bitcoin, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, lower low, change of character, higher high. Right, so we know that we're trading between this 30-minute high, right, and this 30-minute low over here. Right, let's update the 4-hour too. In the 4-hour we had this 4-hour high, this 4-hour low, and in the daily time frame we're still just testing these highs. Again, we know that we're in this little zone of consolidation too. So before I take a trade going up here, I need to see that break, and the fact that we didn't get a break but we got an exhaustion candle tells me something completely different, right? It tells me that price wants to go down, right? It's exhausting, it's tired, it doesn't want to continue that push to the top side. So we'll continue to monitor. And then oil hasn't moved either, but we had 3 days of drop. I'm not expecting price to give me another push down to the bottom. I'm expecting price to give me a pullback, but this is finally going down, and we'll go over this a little bit. I just wanted to go over a little bit and kind of got ahead of myself, but every single pair already hit STP or ADR, so we won't have any trades for tomorrow. So we already know that I'm not going to be doing a trading session tomorrow morning. However, let's go back to the USDCAD and the ones that we haven't done yet. So let's do this in order. So USDCAD, right? USDCAD, we know we're in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, or we're in level 3 already. We were in V2. We got the break, right? And we're right now in a higher high. We also know that we're in this little zone of consolidation in the 4-hour time frame where price has just been rejecting highs and rejecting lows the entire time, just trapping traders, right? All the traders who thought price was going to continue to push down, or first of all, the traders who thought price was going to give us a break, retest, and continue, who thought this was a real break of structure, you got trapped with today's news. The traders who trade after news and thought this was a break of structure, you got trapped and price hit your stop loss, right? Same thing again. The traders who think this is a break of structure and you got into buys on the retest, good luck, you're already in drawdown, right? So we already know that right now USDCAD, aside from the fact that we already hit SCP and ADR, this is not a pair to be trading just yet, right? USDZAR is very similar to USDCAD. 2 days of counter drop, price is still making lower lows and lower highs the entire time, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, boom, lower low. So we know that we're trading between this lower low, yeah, there you go, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Right, gold daily time frame, we're in peak high territory, right? We're still in the highest point in the market, right? In the 4-hour time frame, however, right, 4-hour time frame looks like price wants to go down, but again, we know we're in the zone of consolidation, and once again, we're still looking for a valid break, and right now it's looking good. Price looks like price wants to continue to push to the top side. Right now, nothing really to update in the 4-hour, nothing just yet, and in the 30-minute, we're still making higher highs and higher lows, right? Price just gave us another higher high, boom. So we know that we're trading now between this higher low over here and whatever higher high is set. No, not a higher high is not set just yet, so we'll give it a few to add our 30-minute high, right? But gold, we already know STP's already hit. Bitcoin, we already gave this one, right? Bitcoin, we know that we're in the highest point. Nothing really to update more. We just got to be patient. And then oil, again, this is another one where we're setting up, right? Oil, we know overall we're in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the bottom, right? We had double top, push number 1, first zone of consolidation, looking for push number 2 to the bottom, right? Again, this is where price has been rejecting lows and rejecting highs the entire time. So right now we're just waiting it out. We're waiting to see, okay, does price want to give us a lower high here to then continue into a lower low? Again, that confirmation is going to be in the lower time frame. Once we start making lower lows and lower highs, that's when I'll start taking a trade. On oil, I do like the fact that price gave us this engulfing candle here as well. So we're definitely going to be looking for an entry once price comes back and gives us a retest around this area. This retest to... No, I wanted to see if this retest was like on a 200 EMA, since that's what we're looking for in the second push. But let's see in the 30-minute, 1 hour engulfing. Right, we know this is bearish, right? And in the 30-minute time frame, yeah, there you go. The 200 EMA is right on the engulfing candle. What I also like is that 3 days of drop. Again, after 3 days of drop, I'm expecting price to either move sideways, right, give us a no net, or give us a push to the top side. So I do like the fact that price is going to give us 3 days of drop. On the 4th day, give us a day of rise, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we could be able to take those trades, right? So we could take, to give you an example, this is a change of character, right? If we could find an entry here, boom, we have entry number 1, right? If we get the break of structure retest, boom, entry number 2, right? If we could get a break of structure now of the 800 EMA, this would be entry number 3 to continue the push down to the bottom, right? And that would make sense, right? In the 4-hour time frame, that would make sense. Higher high, boom, higher low, right? In the daily time frame, would make sense. Lower low, lower high, lower low, boom, lower high to go into the lower low, right? So everything is making sense right now. We just have to be patient and wait for the confirmations. If we get the break of structures in the retest, we know we could get the entries on the retest. If we don't get a break of structure, then we know we have no entry, right? That means price is just going to continue to push to the top side, right? If price doesn't turn around, then we don't have any entries. Once price starts turning around, that's when we look for our entries. So hope that helps, especially for you guys in the morning. Again, tomorrow's gonna be pretty boring. There's really no trades for tomorrow. This is already done with. So you already know tomorrow's gonna be no trading sessions tomorrow in the morning. We'll have the trading session at 7 p.m. Again, the isolation session. We'll do the class. Again, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Message me and I'll be here. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Be easy. Peace out.